How are you doing today? Good, I hope. Thank you everyone for the happy birthday wishes and for the question. All of you are too polite to ask. I turned 40 on Friday. Doesn't do much for height or anything like that, but it's nice to actually reach that age. Not all my relatives do. We're not known for being cautious. So it's nice to reach 40. And in 10 years, it'll be nice to reach 50 and etc., etc., etc. Now, last week I spent some time dehydrating mint leaves. You can only get them for about 2 weeks in the grocery store, and I am honestly too lazy to grow them. I shouldn't be, but I am. I have rosemary that I've been babying and looking after all summer that's going to come into the house, and since I only have one window, I'm afraid it's not going to be spent growing mint. But I dehydrated it in the microwave. It was really easy, really quick, and this is 5 batches of mint. So one huge plant that came from the store dehydrated down to this, which is good because I will use that later in the year for when I make pear salsa or when I want to decorate the cakes, make them look fancy. Chocolate mint is fantastic, and you can infuse the cookie batter and cake batter right with the actual mint leaves. Now, normally my jar that I'm storing the mint leaves in would be brown, dark colored, so I didn't lose any color from the light. Now, what I liked about the microwave, besides that it was quick and easy, is it left me with a lot of color. You don't always get that, so I was very happy with it. So now we come with story time. We're doing a new recipe today. It's called raspberry chicken, because I promised a few weeks ago I would show everybody how to cook chicken. It's a little temperamental because it cooks more like fish than beef or pork does, which means when you cook it for the first few minutes, it's going to stick to your pan. You want it to stick to your pan. So what you do is you preheat. See, unfortunately, I didn't turn 40 and shrink, or fortunately. And you cook it on a higher heat. So my oven says 6 for the element. It's going to be that hot. When I put oil on it, it's going to sizzle. It's going to sputter. This is what you want. It also means when I have the choice, I'll often go to pre-cooked battered chicken. It saves me cooking time. Grease spots, small burns, things like that. But today's recipe isn't something you can do with breaded chicken or pre-bought chicken. It's a really, really simple recipe that looks really complicated and looks absolutely amazing. Now, the story behind this recipe is when I was 16, long, long time ago, I had to prove that I could cook. The alternative was cooking lessons with my father. I didn't know how to cook. I knew the basics. I knew what a tablespoon was and a teaspoon was. I knew what a cup was, and I could basically go along with the recipe. And I had to cook a 3-course meal, which meant super salad to begin, main course meal, and dessert, plus drink. Or both my father and I were going to suffer through cooking classes. Neither of us wanted to suffer through cooking classes. So basically I took 3 months and taught myself how to cook. Everything that you've seen on these videos comes from the 3 months I spent teaching myself how to cook, how to read a recipe, how to experiment, see what I could do. So, without further ado, this is where my humble beginnings started. Now, this is still heating up. The cookware you see here, I'm going to be sitting a lot tonight because I can't raise my stuff up so you can see it. It is Cutco's induction cookware. As all of you know, I am a sales rep and service call rep for Cutco, so I like using Cutco's stuff when I have the choice. But it's not exclusive. Sometimes I don't have the right tool from Cutco, or we don't make it, it's too expensive, and I just haven't got around to it. or I find a substitution. I like playing with my stuff. So on occasion, you will find me using equipment from other companies. That's not a problem. Like I said, I'm always here to answer your Cutco questions. If you want to know how many ply aluminum is in the saucepan, I'm more than happy to answer. If you want to know why the handle on my skillet isn't hot while the skillet itself is, I'm happy to answer. All you gotta do is text me those questions. And you can text me the questions at, well, Facebook, here at Chop Chop, the Kindly Canadian, or you can text me the questions at Sarah Rose von Tettenborn. They're both business pages that I have for Cutco. The actual business page is Sarah von Tettenborn, Cutco Independent Sales Representative. Now, I will put all these addresses, social media addresses, in the comments at the end of the video. I love learning other languages and speaking other languages. I don't do it very well, but I do enjoy it. The problem with German is that the V sounds like F and the F sounds like F. So you can't tell them apart unless you actually speak German. That's why I'll put all the addresses in the comments at the end. Now, we're going to start off with the sauce. Really, really simple. Now, you can do this with fresh or frozen berries. Now, when I'm in season, I do like the fresh berries, and there's many, many places you can go to get them, starting with your own backyard. I have a huge raspberry patch that I can't actually get to at the moment, but spent all summer getting raspberries I could reach. You can also go forage places and get them free and cheap. Take somebody with you if you've never foraged before. If you've never picked wild raspberries before, bring somebody with you that knows what they look like. Know what the plant looks like so they can tell you if it's in season or not. Same with Saskatoons, blueberries, blackberries, any type of berry. Make sure you got somebody with you that can identify it so you don't pick a bad one that makes you sick. You don't want to accidentally pick something like soapwort and blow bubbles for the next couple hours. Besides which, it's really gross tasting. So, the alternative for fresh is frozen, and there's nothing wrong with frozen. I like frozen fruit and vegetables because I can then eat them out of season. These blueberries are frozen. Okay. As always, I will put the recipe at the end of the video after Facebook's archived it for me. Now, saucepans come in a couple of different sizes because I need bigger saucepan on these days. I really do. Okay. Now, this is corn syrup, cornstarch, and lemon juice. Everyone's favorite. Just pour it over. And let it cook. And it's going to cook down. And it's going to be sticky. And you're going to go, what the heck? But the important thing is that the dish is going to impress anybody you make it for. And like I said, it's really simple. The hard part is the corn syrup. It goes everywhere. One drop of corn syrup literally goes everywhere. Now we're going to let this cook together and cook down a bit. And while we do that, we're going to look after our chicken. Awesome. You see how it's moving? This is ready to go. Sorry about the fan, I just don't want my smoke alarm going on. Okay. Biggest, most important tool in the kitchen is called stove fork. It means I can put it straight on. Now, when you cook chicken properly, it's going to stick for the first couple of seconds to your pan. There goes the smoke alarm. I knew it was lost. Now, beat that white. That's what we're looking for. Now, the stove fork, which is also from Cutco, allows me to grab and lift, which is great for French toast as well. So I don't actually bring the fork in contact with anything, and we're straight for cooking bacon. Now, these are going to be cooked for a couple more minutes. And I'm going to give this a quick stir. I have turned the heat down on my skillet, so it's not going to burn anything. When you're cooking with a skillet, you want to start from a high heat and come down to a low heat. I can see some raw spots on the chicken, so I'm looking at to cook it both sides evenly. Now, the biggest difference when it comes to chicken, beef, and pork, or any birds for that matter, is that you don't use a lot of oil. You don't want to drown it in oil. It's basically contact cooking. And the cook times are a lot shorter. We're talking minutes total. But you want to cook it all the way through. Otherwise, you're high risk of getting food poisoning. And nobody wants that. Time to check one of these. Not quite. Still a little pink on this side. I am partial to not having any beef part on my meat. Some people like blue, that's fine. Nothing against it. I'm not one of them. Medium rare is my preference. So, other website you're going to want to look at is my YouTube channel, with Art. And you'll find it at Chop Shop with the Kindly Canadian. That's where all these videos upload to be first. After they go to the Chop Shop Facebook page, they upload first to the YouTube channel and then to the rest of the social media website. When you go to the business page, they're up in Pettenthorn at Cutco Independent Sales Rep. You'll also have a link there to go to my website, www.mycutcorep.com/Sarah Pettenthorn. You can look at the different products Cutco sells there. You can also order there. Right now they're running a sale, so you can get 25% off individual pieces. Time to check. Okay. Oh yeah. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And there you go. Great fancy dish that you can also put with rice or a salad. It goes very well, from personal experience, with a zucchini salad, fresh zucchini salad. And there you go, for supper. Raspberry, or in this case, blueberry glazed chicken. So, as always, if you're tired of using social media and typing everything, you can always call me or text me at 403-392-1788. I wish you a great evening and enjoy. Good night. Bye.